despite several appeals, particularly Libya, people are still making distress calls saying that they were stranded in Libya. This year alone, apart from the fact that a few years back, I think 3 years ago, almost 10,000 were returned to Nigeria. We went inside Libyan detention centers and brought everybody out. But it's unfortunate that they are still going. In this year alone, 2025, through Refugee Commission, International Organization for Migration, almost over 5,000 have been returned to Nigeria, but they're still going. Now, the thing is, those people stranded in Libya paid an agent, paid a trafficker to get there. So, well, we continue to appeal to Nigerians that it's a very dangerous journey, and it's going to end with sadness and a lot of trauma. However, the Office of the National Security Advisor, working with other agencies, Foreign Affairs, Humanitarian, Refugee Commission, will look at this situation and work on bringing stranded Nigerians back. So there's a multi-agency collaboration that will work on this. And we appeal again, it's a very deadly journey. The moment any trafficker or any agent comes to you and says you're going to Europe through Libya, avoid it. I mean, I don't think there's any more government can say about that. Just avoid it. It's very, very dangerous. And meanwhile, the trafficker is making money. All those guys you saw making that distress call paid somebody to get there. If you're going to pay $1 million, 1.5 million, put it into something you can do back home. And you all know, I will say it again, that those places are worse than where you're running away from. So why run into death, destruction? Why run into total hopelessness? So the videos will never stop, because they know that when they send videos, government will always listen. But like I said, the Office of the National Security Advisor, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Foreign Affairs, nobody knows. The government has, through various channels, said don't go to these dangerous places. It's an illegal journey. Going on those journeys is a crime in itself. So it's a crime. But as a government, you can't watch your people in distress. So the only thing government can do is see how you can help them back. And I'm sure the administration will do that, as they've been doing in the past. So there's a multi-agency committee that will deal with this kind of issue. There are thousands in there. You say what you saw is just a bit. There's a camp where I know that there are nothing less than 1,000 Nigerians who went. Look, Libya is a war-torn country. There's no government to talk to. There's nobody to talk to. And there are even places, even where you go, you cannot get to. So I don't know what prison this one's are. There are some places that you can't get to because the rebels will not even allow you to pass. So it's really very unfortunate, but we keep appealing to our people that stop these dangerous journeys. The International Organization for Migration that helps to bring them back, they're also tired of going to bring Nigerians from Libya and all these places. And I think it's also not right to say you're running away from because there's no job. But when you're going to there, you won't get any job. If anything, is destruction and death that awaits you there. So why go on those journeys? And it's even sadder because they paid to go there. They paid an agent. They paid a trafficker. Those traffickers need to be named, shamed, arrested, and known. So they paid to go there. But as a government, and as a government that cares about the welfare of the people, the administration will see what can be done through the Office of the National Security Advisor and the multi-agency team that will have to work on this. But please stop those dangerous journeys. Stop it. This is a security issue, and that's why the Office of the National Security Advisor is the one that will take charge. Because if you go now and you fly to where you're not supposed to go, the rebels will capture you. So to do that, you need permission from the various factions. Get what I'm saying? Because there's no government. So various groups are fighting. To even go, you need permission from the various groups so that one will not see you as the enemy. So it's a serious security measure that, like I said, the Office of the National Security Advisor actually has to handle it. None of us can just get on a plane and go to Libya that you're going to bring people. Because it's very dangerous. So the ONSA, in fact, the Office of the ONSA, they've been bringing them back quietly with the IOM. They've been bringing them back, but people are still going, and then they do a video and say, help me, Nigeria, help me. When you've been told, you've been warned that you should not go in these places. It's a very, very, look at what they did to our footballers. Imagine that. Even that alone is enough to tell you that this is not a place you should go to. But it's unfortunate that these messages they just refuse to listen to these messages. And it's sad enough that those people, like I said, paid somebody or paid some people to go on that journey with false hopes that from Libya you get to Europe. I mean, we say advocacy, but I'll be surprised that anybody in Nigeria today, with all that has happened, does not know that when you hear Libya, or even going to Europe through the desert, you run. But again, as a government, you have to listen to these distress calls, and I'm sure the office of the NSA will look into this matter, because you cannot just go there like that. You need a lot of security clearance that the office of NSA will have to get and work with other agencies.
Thank you.